Hello? Lady, are you deaf or what? Get one of them bolts, will you? I'm stuck. Come on, what's up with you? I'm freezing out here, I'm stuck. Marvellous. I hope your dog gets rabies and bites you.
Maxine, love.
Yeah?
You know these bacon butties?
Yeah.
Well, don't you think they're lacking the primary ingredients? No, isn't bacon?
I thought we'd have a change.
The baconless bacon butty. I can't see catching on myself.
Look, it'll do you good. I'll put you some cheese spread on. All that animal fat's no good for you. It's bad for your heart.
Oh, not like that butter that's running off it then.
Are you overcompensating until you get used to it?
I don't want to get used to it. I want my bacon.
Stop being so narrow-minded.
I like being narrow-minded, especially about my meat.
Do you realise that animals have to die to keep you and your bacon butties?
Yes, but not many.
Think of those little pigs.
Oh, you're joking. Pigs? What have you told me that for? I never have known. You've fault everything now.
Look, I don't see why we can't have a change, even if it is for health reasons. I can't see why I have to keep picking on me.
Oh, all right, I'll do that with bacon, all right. Lovely. You can't like cheese spread. May as well turn veggie.
You said yourself he'll be slumped across somebody's sofa, paralytic. How many times has he done this before?
Yeah, but if he's going on a bender, he warns me. And he's latched onto that Dennis from community service. He's another one, same.
It'll be, oh, I just met someone I've not seen for ages. You know what he's like?
Yeah, I do. That's why I worry about him. You'd worry about Spider if he disappeared down an hole all night, wouldn't you?
Oh, he's grown out of that.
All right. Well, aren't you lucky?
Look, he'll roll up at tea time, starving like nout's happened. Just you watch.
No. I've got a feeling, though. Oh. Do you know what the most sickening thing is? I sit over there in work all day thinking, wouldn't it be lovely if our Les didn't come home tonight? You know, just for a bit of peace. And then when it happens, I just worry myself sick.
Try not let it get you down. It'll be summer now. He'll be all right.
Yeah, well, if he is, I'll knock 10 bells out of him when he gets in.
What's wrong with you, ma'am? She looks really knocked.
What's up with Les more like? He's not been home since yesterday morning.
Shattered already?
No, I'm just thinking. It's really weird, isn't it? This is the last time I'm going to be loading up the van for the market. We hope.
I hope, anyway.
So do I. I'm really committed to this shop now. Je ne regrette rien.
Except doing French at school.
I miss all the characters, though. Winding up Phil Sutton. All that lovely weather.
Ooh, give me a break. I got cold thinking about it.
See, your problem is you don't have that romantic view of the great outdoors like I do.
No, I'd rather be romantic indoors. So don't worry, you won't be missing out on anything.
Would you? What, right now?
Lots, you've got work to do. Scram!
Great.
Don't worry, I'll be here when you get back.
Do you know, if I'd have had any sense, I'd have stopped at home instead of coming in here cleaning for that hard-faced Jezebel.
Vera, it's got nothing to do with us, has it?
Des couldn't have been dead 2 minutes. Before she were there at it, with his own brother. And she were at the funeral and all, crying like a good un. Well, we all know now, don't we?
Yeah, well, you might, but I don't.
Cracking on, she loved him. Do you know he were a lovely lad, Des? I don't know, I'm disgusted, I am.
Leanne, would you leave us alone for a couple of minutes, please?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I hope you don't think I'm apologising.
I don't want your apologies, Vera. What I do want is no more scenes like yesterday with you sticking your nose into my business. You live your life, I'll live mine, then we've got no need to mither one another, have we?
But what did you expect, eh? I mean, what were you thinking of? I mean, that Colin, your own brother-in-law. I mean, what could he have been thinking, come to that?
I don't know. But if we'd both been thinking straight, it wouldn't have happened. But we weren't, and it did, and I can't change anything now, can I?
You can't blame me, can you, for being upset?
Right now, Vera, I don't care who I upset, so let's just let it drop, eh? You can think what you like, but it's not going to change anything, is it? What do you think you're up to, eh?
Well, I was finishing breakfast.
I'm talking about telling all and sundry about our Natalie and Colin Barnes. I mean, what's all that about?
You tell me. I haven't said anything.
You know, you want to stop worrying about yourself and give her a break. You can see what she's going through.
Give her a break? That's all I ever do. I have bent over backwards trying to do the right thing for you and Natalie, and what do I get for it? Nothing. And I'm sick of it, all right?
You finished?
Oh, I haven't even started. Of course I care how all this is affecting her. What do you think I am? Trouble is, she couldn't give a toss how anything affects me. Well, I've had enough. Now, I'm finished.
You read them all?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to understand them, really, but I did.
Amazing, isn't it? Some of the recipes. If you did miss eating meat, you wouldn't know any different.
I'm going to try it anyway. I mean, some of that stuff about what they do to animals knocked me for sick.
And what does Ashley think?
Oh, he'll come round.
You've not told him you're turning veggie, then?
No, not quite.
Well, I think you better keep this stuff. You might need all the help you can get.
Cheers.
Katrina, I never tried to hold you back. You know that. Okay, all right. Maybe I'm being selfish. What am I going to do if you're not here?
Yeah, but if I don't go, we're going to see all this slipping away. You know, all these little knocks and still we start resenting each other for what we can't have.
That's not going to happen, is it?
I'm not going to let it happen. Look, these past few months have been killing me. All I ever think about is you. But it's you and your family and you're at home. And I know that that's just going to get worse.
I'll just give it up, though, can I?
Who knows how you're going to feel when this baby's born? You know, things like that really change people.
Yeah. It's never going to change the way I feel about you. Never. That's not even a possibility.
Well, then this break is going to prove that. Look, we should be strong enough for a few months not to make a difference.
Right, okay. So I've got to lose you over to prove that I love you. That can't be right, can it?
Hallelujah! About time and all.
You think you could find yourself a nice warm shop doorway next time, mate?
You what?
You can't doss out here. Once them gates are locked, you're trespassing.
Aye, and the reason they're not locked is because it's me who's supposed to lock them.
Oh, aye. Come on, just get your empties picked up and let's get going.
Empties? Hey, chance would be a fine thing. I'm legit, me, pal. I've been stuck on here all night because some toe rag stitched me up.
Come on, if you're so hard done to, what's all this about flashing some old lady?
Hey, I was waving at her.
Yeah, I know what's involved, thanks. Come on, in the boat. Now. Look, if you'd not wanted to be out here, did you not think of wading back across?
Wading? What do you think I am? A duck? And anyway, I can't swim if you must know.
Well, you'd be hard pushed swimming in this. It's only 3 foot deep.
Yeah, but if you knew this pond like I do, and here's your proof I'm being straight with you, you'd know. There was a crocodile in these waters. Oh, you'll not get me in there, no way. I'm not that daft.
Crocodile? Right. Come on, you can tell us all about it down at the station, mate. We're very big on animals.
I'm telling you the truth, it nearly took my leg off here.
Yeah.
Hey, I did honest. Watch it, watch it. Watch it. Get in there, quick. Listen, pal, you'll swing for this, you know. I pay your wages, just you wait.
Yeah, we've abolished that, mate. Just get in, will you?
That's what's going on.
At last, somebody with half a brain. Tell this Roberts I'm not a dosser, will you?
Do you know this clown, son?
Of course he does, tell him.
Oh, yeah, he's one of my neighbours. Hey, he's been stitched up because last night I seen a couple of kids messing about on boats over there. He works here, he really does.
That is what I've been trying to tell you.
Shut it, you.
Oh, charming.
His wife and kids have been worried sick, mate. Half the street's been out looking for him.
Yeah, all right, steady on.
Hey, and I'm a victim of police brutality, and all come to that. You'll be hearing from my representatives.
I tell you what, Perry Mason, if you're cleared off now, I won't charge you. Your mate saved you this time, but next time we'll find you a nice warm cell. Now clear off before I change my mind.
Hey, come on, you, why you're winning?
Hey, I owe you one, kid. Don't you think I'll forget this. You'll do for me, you will. Lads like us have to stick together. Against the fascist oppressor, we shall overcome.
Amy, do you think I could have an hour off this afternoon to go to the doctor's? Oh, I don't know. You'll have to ask Mr. Baldwin about something like that, Glenn. I thought that's what you'd been made up for. Well, we never really specified. I don't know whether I'd be overstepping my mark. Of course you wouldn't. I mean, he don't want to be bothered with bits of personal stuff like that, does he? Well, can I just go or what? Well, I suppose so. I can't really say no, can I? Oh, thanks, Hayley. You're a love. No, hurry on back the way.
You want nipping in bud, Ashley. I say nipping in bud. You mark my words, you let her go too far down that road, and your life will be a misery.
I think she's just going through a stage.
It's perverted, son, perverted, and it wants stamping out. A wicked aberration undermining man's basic needs.
Well, tell her.
Vegetarianism is the thin edge of a very dubious wedge. She'll be telling you carrots have feelings next. You'll be going home to a nose bag and a bowl of sterilised water.
You know what she's like. She'll probably change her mind by the time I get home.
As the poet says, the ways of woman can be written on the winds and the water.
Whoever they were, they probably met old Maxine.
And Elliot turning vegetarian.
He's probably snoring on a settee somewhere.
I'd feel more settled if I knew. I'm gonna murder him when I get my hands on him.
Anyway, I'm sorted with Hayley. Quick spend and I should be back by the afternoon break. Hey, don't forget, if anybody asks them at the doctor's.
Oh, don't drag me into it. Whatever you do is your own business, Gwen. Only you'll come unstuck if you start trying to con Hayley. She's on our side.
Oh, what difference does it make? Anyway, I've got to get down there before weekend. Otherwise, all that cheap stuff they're advertising will be gone.
It's not right, though. Baldwin, yeah.
So when did you become so devoted to Underworld, then?
Oh, suit yourself, will you? I'm saying out. But when you start trying to con your mates, you usually end up losing them.
She'll not find out.
No, she won't. Don't worry, not from me. Can we just forget it, eh? I've got enough of my own to worry about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have thought.
You know, if he were all right, he'd have come home by now.
You never know, I might see him in town.
Well, if you do, tell him to come home, will you? That's if he cares to remember where it is.
I'm not questioning how you feel. I know, because I feel the same way. But you've got other priorities at the moment.
Yeah, I can cope.
Yeah? And you'll cope a lot easier if I'm not here. I'll just get in your way if I stick around.
Look, why don't I just go home now and say, that's it, I'm leaving?
Yeah, you can say it to me while you're sat here. But we both know you're not going to go home and do that. Not now. And anyway, I wouldn't put you in that position.
Well, it won't be you that's doing it. It'll be me.
I know. And I pray that one day you will do it, but no matter how much I need you now, Gail needs you more.
I'm gonna lose you. I know I am.
Not forever. You're stuck with me.
Why don't you feel like it?
Where's the hero that rescued me this morning? Tyrone. Hey. I'd have been in Nick this morning if it hadn't have been for this lad. Salt of the earth he is.
Don't look so shy. His heart's of gold, our Tyrone. He hasn't got a bad bone in his body.
Yeah, no room left with all the idle ones.
Ah, very funny.
No, hey, Vera's right, Les. You're not a bad lad, are you, sometimes?
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm going to buy you a pint for this once you're old enough.
Oh, get that in writing.
And I'm sorry I half drowned you in my hose pipe.
Forget it, Les.
No chance. I owe you, kid. And I'll tell you something else. When I catch whoever marooned me on that desert island, I'm going to let you watch me strangle him. Right, I'm off for a pint of free. Celebrate the end of my community slavery. Then I'd better think about finding our Janice.
What's your game, lady?
Beg your pardon?
Trying to emasculate your husband.
I haven't even touched him, but if you're going to go on about me eating meat, I'm not going to, so just forget it. How many folk are in this play? Talk about cast of thousands.
You'll be an expert seamstress by the time you get through that lot.
What, me?
Dead right. You don't think I'm doing all this by myself, do you? I'll put the kettle on. It's a good skill to have, you know, is sewing. You never know when it's going to come in handy.
Yeah, what for? Letting my waistbands out.
Earning yourself a living, for one thing. And I bet you'd love to see that baby dressed in something you've made yourself. Of course you would. I know I would.
Yeah, but I want it to look nice, though, don't I? I mean, if I made anything, they'd all be saying, oh, look, she put that poor little baby in a cushion cover.
Don't be so daft. It'd be best dressed baby in Weatherfield. You'd have its own designer mum. It's only practice once you get started.
Would you show me?
Well, once we've got this stuff out at road, if you want.
Well, as long as we don't have to do pink for a girl, blue for a boy.
No, that's old-fashioned these days. Any road, come on. We'll get now done sitting here.
All right, let's start clearing this table, then.
A pint, please, Natalie, love.
Hey, you! Where the hell do you think you've been?
Oh, Janice, you won't believe the aggravation I've had.
Yeah? Well, you're going to be having a load more unless you've got some decent excuse. I have been going out of my brain here with worry about you.
I've been stuck on an island.
Yeah? Aliens pick you up and take you there in their spaceship, did they?
No, straight up. Tyrone rescued me.
Oh, is that the best you can come up with?
I won't mind either. I got caught short. I nearly got arrested for flashing. Some old biddy clocked me having a pee. I could have given her a heart attack.
Yeah? Only if she had a pair of binoculars on her. There's me, thinking you're lying, bleeding to death in some gutter somewhere.
I'd never go off anywhere without telling you, Janice, love. You know that.
Right. Now I know you're lying. Get your pint, get in that booth, and you've got 2 minutes to make up a better story.
How are you feeling?
How do I look?
Fine, as ever.
I'm covering it well, then.
Yeah, well, it strikes me that Tar and Feathering could make a comeback round here if one or two had their way.
You've heard, then. Burnt at the stake, more like.
Look, if people round here have nothing better to worry about than who you've been with in the past, that's their sad problem, isn't it? It's a sight more important to find out what happened to your lad. I'll have a pint, love.
I'll get that. I'll have a vodka with you.
Thanks for coming round. You know, it's the first time I've heard her talk about the baby like that.
Well, I've got that excited about it. She probably thinks she might as well be an all. Hey, I'm up for anything, me, you know. Shopping trips, decorating nurseries.
Haley?
Hiya.
How you doing?
Hiya. Your Sarah Louise is going into competition with Mr. Baldwin. You all right, love?
Yeah. Is there enough hot water for a bath? I'm shattered.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. You had another rough day?
What other kind is there?
I'll put your tea on.
You see, it's all right for them Arctic explorers. They've got all the gear, haven't they? Not like me. Stuck on that island with just me bare hands between me and nature.
Oh, come on. You'll be telling us you wrestled that crocodile next.
I might have had to have done if I'd have been stranded on that island much longer.
Well, actually, Les, I think you'll find that the pioneers of exploration had very little in the way of equipment.
Hey, that's just what that old biddy said about Les.
What are you on about now, Roy? I've just had a near-death experience.
No, Mallory and Irving probably got to the summit of Everest dressed only in brogues and tweeds with no oxygen.
Naturally. Will you give me a pint of whatever I was drinking?
Ah, but there were no crocodiles on there, were there?
No, not in that part of the world, no.
Ah, yeah, you can scoff. But you don't see anybody swimming in it, though, do you?
Oh, Les, it's brown, swampy, and about 3 foot deep.
Now that is an ideal environment for a crocodile.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, what happened? I thought you were coming back. Sorry. Well, I don't mean to pry or anything, but was everything all right at the doctor's?
Oh, yeah. Everything was fine, thanks.
I'm sorry I was funny earlier. Only it's a bit new to me, all this making decisions on behalf of my workmates.
Well, nobody found out, did they? I mean, you didn't get told off a row.
Oh, no. I feel quite proud of myself, actually. I made my very first executive decision.
Oh, sorry.
Something to the freezer?
Yeah, it's full of meat.
What are you doing, Maxine? Do you leave it out good bad?
Yeah, no, it's why I'm waiting for you to come home. You can take it back to work, put it in the freezer, and somebody else can have it.
And what about us?
We've given up. We're going veggie.
Whoa. Now, hang on a minute. Does we include me?
Well, who else is there?
Well, do I not get a say?
Look, actually, the more I think about it, the more I think it's right. Don't change my mind, please.
I wouldn't try. I respect any choice you want to make, love, honest to do. So long as you don't make it for me as well, especially about what I eat.
I don't want to argue.
Neither do I. Look, I'll have whatever you're making tonight, and after that, if you want to turn veggie, then good luck to you. I'm a fella, Maxine. I need my meat.
Oh, don't talk rubbish.
Apart from that, I'm a butcher. I cut animals up for a living.
Stop it! You're making me feel sick.
So what we having any road?
Nut roast.
I'll get these shifted then, shall I, so you can start plucking it.
So?
Why don't you sit down, Mrs. Barnes?
No, I'll stand. I'm all right.
Well, I'll get straight to it then, shall I? Somebody was using a cash card for the account your Tony set up with the money you gave him. We've got CCTV pictures, but so far they're not good.
What do you mean so far? You got something to go on, surely?
They're too blurred. The lab blokes are trying to work up a clearer image, but till they come up with something decent, we're stuck as far as that goes. How long that's going to take, well, after that, if you can't tell us who it is, maybe we could put something up round town, see if anybody else recognises anything.
We'll put up a picture of Tony, get information that way.
That possibility has come up.
Or say there's a reward. Somebody'll come forward, surely.
That'd have to come from you. We can't authorise something like that.
I don't want you to. I just want whoever's done it caught. I'll put up a reward. £10,000. I don't care about the money.
That's a hell of a lot of money, Mrs. Barnes. I mean, 10,000 quid.
How many sons have you got, Mr. Reynolds?